Friends, how are you? Hope you must be fine. So today we are going to enjoy your second poem, The Lebanon Top. The poet is Ted Hughes. If I have to tell you about Ted Hughes, then I'll tell he is an English poet, translator, children's writer, and critics. Now we'll think about our poem. The title of our poem is The Lebanon Top. Now, the Lebanon is the name of the tree which is seen in the picture. It is short heighted, its branches are hanging, and its flowers are yellow. If you think about the leaves, then leaves are green. As usual, they are green, and in inside you can see the flowers also. In brief, here yellow color is seen. But though the tree is not huge, it's very short one, still it has some unique qualities. One unique thing is that it is or its seeds are poisonous. But the paradox is that though its seeds are poisonous, still it is capable enough to protect the lives of some birds. Now, which birds are there? What kind of changes are there that we are going to see in this poem? So, let's be ready to enjoy. First of all, I'll read the first stanza, or you can say the first three lines of the poem. One important thing is that this particular poem does not have any kind of rhythm, or it is in free verse or blank verse. Means any particular style is not there, A, B, B, A, C, like that. So pay attention. The Lebanon top is silent, quite still. In the afternoon yellow September sunlight, a few leaves yellowing, all its seeds fallen. So, in the first three lines, we understand the Lebanon top is silent. Now, you can see in the picture the top of the Lebanon tree. It means the canopy, topmost portion of the tree is called as the canopy. So the topmost portion of Lebanon tree is silent. Thereafter again it is said quite still. Now the meaning of still and silent is almost same. Here same meaning is there, but still two different words are used by the poet. What does it mean? Actually, he wants to emphasize on the word stillness or silence. It means tranquility is there. And when can we say that silent is there or stillness is there? In fact, if any kind of movement is not there, then we can say that yes, silence is there or stillness is there. So at the top of the tree, if such type of silence is there, then we can say that even wind is also not blowing. The reason is that wind is the force which can make the branches to live. Thereafter, if branches leave, then the rustling of leaves can be there, but even that is also not there. So in this way, perfect silence is seen, it is observed. In the afternoon yellow September sunlight, and in second line, miss, you may find it absurd. The reason is that the arrangement of the words is not proper, but purposely poet has done it. The reason is that figure of speech or poetical device, you can say, anastrophe is there because words are not said in proper order, their order is changed. So here it is said, in the afternoon yellow September. In the afternoon yellow September means month of September is going on, and that is also yellow. But here he says that afternoon yellow September and again sunlight. It means month is September, it is the time of afternoon, and again yellow color is there. Now why yellow color? Means bright sunlight is there, and thereafter as yellow flowers are there, due to that only everywhere yellow color is seen, and hence he says that yellow September sunshine. In fact, here anastrophe is there, at the same time transferred epithet is also there because September is September, but here it is mentioned yellow September. So here transferred epithet is there. And in third line he said, a few leaves yellowing. Means the flowers of trees are already yellow, but even the green leaves are also yellowing. Means they are losing their green color and they are turning into yellow. It means, it suggests they will become complete yellow, and after a few days the tree will shade them. Means the leaves will be fallen. It means after a few days it may possible the branches of the tree will become bare. It will become leafless. And again one more thing, all its seeds fallen. And already I told you that the seeds of laburnum tree are poisonous, but they are also fallen. Means already seeds are fallen. Now leaves are also likely to fall. Means such type of kind of bareness is there, or boring thing or monotonous thing is going to happen in the life of laburnum tree. But from that only we can understand, if such type of description is there, leaves are turning into yellow and thereafter they will fall down, seeds fall down, it means, or they have fallen, it means autumn season is there, indication of autumn season is there. And when autumn season is there, trees shed their leaves, but after that again sprouting is there, because change is the necessary thing and it happens, it takes place in the nature. That we have to learn. Means one should not be unhappy if we are losing whatever we have. The reason is that we can learn from the nature. The poem teaches the same thing to us. Whatever we have, suppose we are losing, but it is certain that in future we are going to get it. So here same message poet wants to convey. Now we'll think about the poem. Now here poem is seen by you. First three lines we have just enjoyed. Now we are going to see. Till the goldfinch comes with a twitching chirrup, a suddenness, a startlement at a branch end, then sleek as a lizard and alert and abrupt, she enters the thickness and a machine starts up chittering, and a tremor of wings and thrillings, the whole tree trembles and thrills. So in first three lines we have seen that silent is there, stillness is there, peace is there, or tranquility is there. But how long that peace is there or silence is there? In fact, it is there as long as something happens. And what is that something? That is mentioned in the first line or the fourth line of the poem. So till the goldfinch comes, means such type of silence is there till the arrival of goldfinch. Now goldfinch is an American bird and that is migratory bird. It is small bird, you can see from the finch family. Its color is also yellow. Only between both of the eyes that black spot is there and wings are black. Their white color is also there. So that you can see. It means till the bird arrives. The name of the bird is goldfinch. So till the goldfinch comes with twitching chirrup. Now chirrup means that is the sound which is created by the bird. For example, sparrows also chirrup. So in this way, this bird is also looking like a sparrow. So it chirrups. But how does it chirrup? In fact, twitching chirrup means continuously it does not chirrup. With short intervals it chirrups. And thereafter it comes there. Means that is the first sound which can be heard there on the laburnum top or laburnum tree. And thereafter means here we can say the silence of the laburnum top is over as the bird comes there. And thereafter what happens? That bird comes there and thereafter that silence is violated. But how does the bird come? A suddenness, a startlement at a branch end. means that bird comes there suddenly. Suddenness is there in the movement of the bird. It comes suddenly. It means nobody can understand that bird is flying in the sky and gradually it is perching or sitting on the branch of the tree. No, it does not happen. In fact, suddenly it comes. Suddenness is there in the movement of the bird. So suddenly, quickly it comes and sits there at the end of the branch. And again, startlement is there. Now, startlement means what? Amusement is there. Why amusement? Because we do not understand how does the bird come. Because of that only, that startlement is there or amusement is there, and means simply it is seen at the end of the branch, with that bird is sitting at the end of the branch. And how do we come to know? In fact, because of that twitching chirrup that the bird has arrived. Because it is the first sound. And thereafter that silent is not there. So the bird comes there suddenly or quickly and everybody is amused. And that bird is seen there at the end of the branch. Then, slick as a lizard and alert and abrupt, she enters the thickness. Thereafter, these are the movements of the bird. What kind of movements are done by the bird? In fact, then slick as a lizard. Lizard, you know, it's a creature. Even in our home also we can see near the bulbs or near the tube light, those lizards are there. And how are those lizards? Means for long time they can be there on the wall, but thereafter they look at their prey, the insect, and gradually, slowly, secretly they move forward, and thereafter as soon as they feel that they are very close or they are confident that they can prey that insect or catch that insect, then suddenly they attack and thereafter they swallow the insect that we know. But how is the lizard? That lizard is smooth or shiny, slick. Means its color, if you think about the skin of the lizard, nobody touches it, that is different thing, but from the look only it is understood. So it is shiny or smooth. So this bird, it is also slick as a lizard. Simile is used because direct comparison is there between lizard and the bird. So it is slick as a lizard and alert also, because randomly it does not come, suddenly it comes, but at the same time cautiously it comes. It takes care. It takes care. In that way it comes. So alert is seen. It is, means this bird is quite alert. Means it takes care that its arrival should not be noticed by any other creature. Such type of alert is there. And abrupt also. Abrupt. Suddenly it comes. Suddenly it comes, and thereafter only she comes the thickness. And thereafter means first of all she sits or perches at the end of the branch, and thereafter she moves. She moves in the or enters in the thickness, means the thick branches of the leaves. It moves. It moves forward there in the thickness, means the thick branches and leaves are there. It moves in the foliage or the leaves, whichever are there. So there it moves, and a machine starts up. And thereafter suddenly what happens? Means suddenly whenever any machine is started, what kind of noise is there? So here also, as soon as she enters there in the thickness, as if any machine is started, such type of noise is there or such type of created. And which sounds are there or by whom they are created? So in fact those sounds are of chittering. Now chittering means what? The kids of bird. Because here she enters, means this goldfinch is mother bird. And when she enters, thereafter only her nestlings, her kids, as they are excited to see their mother, due to that they start chittering. They start chittering, and thereafter tremor of wings, means they shake their wings. So that tremoring of their wings, that is also heard. And trillings. And thereafter trillings means what? Repeatedly. repeatedly same kind of sounds are created. They may be of their chirping, they may be of their wings. Means such type of different sounds of joy or pleasure or excitement are created by the nestlings or by the kids of this bird, finch bird. And thereafter, it is the engine of her family. In fact, the whole tree trembles and trills. So, the tree, whichever is silent or quiet in the beginning, but after the arrival of goldfinch, what happens as kids are excited, they are happy, and when they see their mother, they are happy. Their chirping is done by them, chittering is done by them, tremor of their wings is heard, and thereafter the whole tree trembles and thrills. And thereafter whole tree trembles, it shakes, it moves, movement is there in the all branches of the tree, and thereafter thrilling is there, as if in the beginning that tree was as good as dead, but now it became alive. Why it became alive? Due to the arrival of the bird. When bird came there, bird's children, bird's kids or nestlings became happy, and in this way the whole tree became happy. Means here bird takes care of the aliveness of the laburnum tree, and laburnum tree, though its seeds are poisonous, still it protects nestlings of bird. That we have to learn. Means in our life also, even if dullness is there or ups and downs are there in our life, but it is certain that again we can be happy. So we should not lose our hopes. That we can learn here. So the whole tree trembles and thrills. It is the engine of her family. And here goldfinch, mother bird, is considered as the engine of the family. We know very well, engine is the most part of any kind of machine, because suppose car is there or railway is there, without engine that vehicle cannot move. So in the same way, means it is the source of energy, and hence we can say that here finch bird is the source of energy for the family, for the kids. Because of that only all are energetic, or she takes care that all should be energetic, and due to that here she is considered as the engine. Here we can say metaphor is there, because indirect comparison is done between goldfinch and engine. So she is the engine of her family. She stokes it full. So if it is the example of engine, if comparison is done, then here we'll have to think why this comparison is apt or it is appropriate. The thing is that we know very well fuel is provided to the machine by the engine. Here also the same thing is that, means if goldfinch is the engine, then the other nestlings are the family is the machine, and that machine is also provided energy by this machine, and energy means food. The reason is that mother bird goes, she leaves the laburnum tree to find out or to get the food for her nestling, and as soon as she gets, she comes back, and thereafter she feeds her children, her kids or her nestlings. So she stokes it full. It means the requirements of the kids are fulfilled by the mother bird. She provides them food. She provides them food, and thereafter flirts out to a branch end. And once she feeds her kids, thereafter again secretly she comes to the branch end. First of all, she comes at the end of the branch, thereafter enters the branches or the thickness, thereafter she feeds her kids, and after that again she comes at the end of the branch, means her task is over. And showing her barred face identity mask, she comes there at the end of the branch, and thereafter she shows her barred face. Now, barred face means what? For example, suppose somebody is behind the bars, for example, criminal. You must have seen in the movie. Then his face is barred face. Or even if we are standing at the window, then for somebody else our face will be barred one, or whatever is seen out of the window, that will be barred for us. But here, why it is said barred face? The thing is that it may possible, probability is there. Yellow flowers are there and they are falling. But natural, flowers also fall, seeds also fall, and leaves are also yellowing, so they are falling. And whenever these things fall, at that time their shadow is also seen. It might be because of the shadow, it looks like the bars, and hence the bird looks like, or the face of the bird looks like barred face. But here another word is used, mask. Already I told you, or even you can see in the picture, that between the eyes black spot is there. It is as if mask. Nowadays we are very much familiar with the mask. So here it looks like mask, and that is the identity of the bird. The reason is that leaves are yellowing, thereafter flowers are yellow, color of the bird is also yellow, but her kids should not be betrayed by anybody, any other creature, should not be deceived or cheated by any other creature. Due to that, as a mother, she teaches her kids that it is my identity. Means when you will see this mask, then and then excited, or you can show your presence, otherwise you can be deceived. So in this way it is said, showing her barred face, identity mask. Means that black spot whichever is there between both of her eyes is nothing but the identity of goldfinch. And thereafter, then with eerie, delicate whistle chirp, whispering, she launches away. And at the end, already she is there at the end of the branch, and there, what does she do? With eerie, delicate whistle chirp, means she chirrups. Now, difference is there in her chirruping and kids chirruping. So here chirruping is there, that is like whistle, but it is eerie, means it is strange, it is mysterious. So with such type of mysterious or strange chirruping, what does it do? It launches away, it goes away, it flies. So it goes away where? Towards the infinite. So towards the endless sky, towards the limitless sky, she goes away. She comes there, feeds her kids, and thereafter again showing them, again she reminds, as if she reminds that it is my identity, this mask is my identity. If any other comes, then you should not show your presence. So she tells, because it is the duty of every mother to nurture, to teach her kids. So though even if she is the bird, but she teaches such type of things to her kids, and thereafter with such type of mysterious or strange chirping, she goes away in the sky. For what purpose? Again to find out the food, energy for her kids. And thereafter what happens? Last line. And the laburnum subsides to empty. And after the arrival, whichever different noises were there or sounds were there in the laburnum tree, now they subside, means gradually they minimize. As the mother bird leaves, so kids also minimize their sounds, they also remain silent, and thereafter as if tree is empty again, means as if nobody is there, and due to that any kind of sound is not there. Means we can say that in the beginning the tree was silent, but on the arrival of the bird, the tree becomes lively, and thereafter it becomes noisy. But again at the end, after the departure of the bird, what happens? Again it becomes silent. So in this way, in the beginning also such type of silence is there, and at the end also same kind of silence is there. But in the middle part, total transformation is there, means the tree becomes noisy. Tree becomes noisy. That we have to see, that we have to think. So here we can understand, we can associate it with our life also. Already I told you that we learn how the relationship is there between the laburnum top and thereafter that sweet bird, how they are helpful to one another, that we can understand here. If we think about the relationship, then already I told you that tree becomes alive due to miss, and whenever tree becomes alive means whenever birds sit or thereafter their chirping is there, at that time trees look beautiful. So only scenic beauty is not essential, but other liveness should be there, and that is provided to the tree by goldfinch. And for goldfinch, tree is the lifesaver, as the whole family of goldfinch is saved or protected by this tree which has poisonous seeds. That is the paradox, as I told you in the beginning. So that we have to learn. So in our life also, we can help to anybody else or anybody can help us. Only we should have intention to help. Means we can get pleasure by anybody else. In the same way, we can also make others happy. That we can understand from this poem. So in brief, we'll think about some figures of speech. Already a few I have discussed. But again I will tell you, here personification is there. The reason is that goldfinch mother bird, so here she is used for, pronoun she is used for goldfinch, so it is personification. Thereafter the laburnum top is silence. It is silent, it is quiet. Means again here human activities or qualities are attributed to the tree. And what is it? It is living. It is living being, but not human being. So it is personified. Thereafter it is compared, goldfinch is compared directly with the slick. So simile, that is already told by me. In the same way, metaphor is there because bird is considered as engine. So that is metaphor. And thereafter whole family is the machine. Kids, they are indirectly compared. So that is that we can say metaphor. And thereafter onomatopoeia is the power of this particular poem. The reason is that number of words are there which suggest sound. For example, twitching, chirrup. So here we can understand sound. We can realize sound. Thereafter chittering, tremor, so trillings, so such trembles. So such type of various words are there where we can understand or we realize the sound. Again the whole tree trembles and thrills. Here we can see personification is there, but at the same time hyperbole is also there. Hyperbole means whenever exaggeration is there or overstatement is there, then that figure of speech is hyperbole, that we know. So such type of figures of speech are also there. And one more thing is that here color of the bird is also yellow, and tree also looks yellow, that we know. And generally for our safety we select such type of places. So this intellect is shown by the bird also, that bird knows very well that my nestlings will be safe here in this tree. And though the tree is not tall, though it is the short one, but still it has caliber to protect others. In the same way, even if we have drawbacks in our life or weaknesses in our life, still we should not lose our courage. So whatever we have, with the help of that, we can try to protect ourselves, or we can try to make others happy. That we can learn. I hope you might have. So take care. Thank you.